Thank you.
Representative, I'm a student here at CC, and I was here at your last town hall back in August. You mentioned Lake and Riley. However, you did not mention today either of the people who were killed in Minnesota recently. Why is that?
Stop 10 times in the back.
I was describing the Lake and Riley Act that we had passed earlier in the year. And
That's not the question. Why haven't you?
Yes,
why
yes,
haven't
no,
you
let me answer
mentioned?
the
No.
question.
Why haven't you
Let me
mentioned
answer
either of the
the
people
question.
killed in Minnesota?
Let me answer the question.
Why
Let
haven't
me
you
answer
answered
the
that?
Let me answer the question. I spoke about Lake and Riley because it was one of the bills that we passed. I haven't talked about what was going on in Minnesota.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that?
Why don't you tell me what you'd like me to say about it?
Why haven't you said that you condemn the violence or given condolences to the families of the victims?
What about the secret police?
Whoa, okay.
Explain, please. That's my question.
Explain
It hasn't been the topic that we've been talking about today. What you want me to say? Here's what I will say. I think what has happened in Minnesota.
I'm asking you a question.
Stop interrupting me. So I think what has happened in Minnesota is a terrible tragedy for the woman and the man who were killed.
What were their names?
Yeah, what were their names? What were their names?
Who killed them?
Renee
And
Alex
Alex
White.
Walt!
Who killed them?
That's the first you mentioned their names.
What? Okay.
Thank you.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, absolutely. Get out of here.
I have two questions. The first, I would just like a simple yes or no answer for. So, Representative Hageman, do you support and uphold the Constitution in your work?
Why don't you just ask your questions? Of course I uphold the Constitution.
Why, then, have you not spoken out against the Fourth Amendment violations that ICE officers and Border Patrol officers are currently engaging in by breaking into people's homes without a warrant? There were leaks from different DHS employees.
I don't know that I trust your facts.
This is a memo. Government memo.
Documentation and memos that instructed ICE agents to enter homes without considering the Fourth Amendment. It is all over the internet. It came from DHS employees. So what do you have to say about that constitutional violation?
I think that I have to look at the investigation and
Pay attention.
if seriously someone's constitutional rights, there is redress.
Then why is there no redress and you're really big about transparency. I see it in your emails, you talk about it all the time. Why are you not calling for transparency with what these people are doing? ICE, DHS, Border Patrol, they are violating people's constitutional rights. They are killing American citizens in the streets, and you are doing nothing.